Barnes & Noble has released a ton of units in such a quick succession compared to their entire history up until this point. This is the Nook Glowlight 4 limited edition Pearl Pink, and this stands as the first time Barnes & Noble has ever released an alternative color of an e-reader of the same device. They've released multiple colors over the years of different generations, different devices, etc., but this is the first time you have a choice in color. Aside from the pink color and the white front fascia, it is the exact same unit as the Nook Glowlight 4, but it still warrants a very important look. Let's look at the box first because it's different. You have a limited Pearl Pink edition. It isn't a sticker, it's actually built into the box image art, and the front is white, whereas the actual Nook is black, or kind of a dark gray. Everything about this is pink, head to toe. It's still made in Taiwan. You still have all the specs on the back, 300 ppi, 6-inch, everything like that. The exact same package contents as well. Would have been nice that maybe they threw in a little bit of an added bonus, but that's neither here nor there. The image art has also been changed to reflect the device itself. Now, what we've noticed is companies like Kobo, when they do different color changes, they just write on a little sticker here, black or white or blue or whatever. Barnes & Noble actually designed the entire box, redesigned the entire box to accommodate for this color on the inside when you open it. And because this is a review sample, there isn't much of an unboxing, so we'll just talk through it. Let's take the device out and put it off to the side for now, and let's look at the rest of the box, see if anything else is pink. Now, the inside of the box has been wrapped around to be pink as well, so that's really nice. Nook Glowlight 4, same documentation, that's totally fine. And a USB-C cable, so that is that. It would have been nice to have a pink USB-C cable, that'd be really cool. And the device itself. So this is really nice because it is a white front, as we said just a second ago. So it's a white matte, still has the buttons on the side, of course, little thumbnail buttons that curl around, and the side you can start to see the pink shine through. This pink is a very nice pink. It has a little bit of reflective flake in it, kind of like what you would see on a car that has a crystal finish. This is a very nice pink. You have the serial number that actually has a contrasting darker pink right there, and all the letters have turned into this very nice white. You still get the embossed Nook logo right there. It's a very nice backing. It doesn't change the actual material. It is still that kind of Nook plastic. They haven't gone with a different type of material. No other patterns or textured patterns of any kind or anything like that. So let's go ahead and power this on and look at what is on the inside and give you a little bit of a refresher of what the Nook Glowlight is all about. If you haven't watched the review yet, you can click the video card up above, but basically this is their best e-reader yet. It has the most jam-packed features, it has everything on the top bar when you do this little bit of a swipe down. You get your glow light, which is very, very nice, and you do have a night mode as well, which allows you to go into the warm lighting, and that's always very nice because then you can balance it and not have it so blue. You can kind of choose like an even little bit of an off-white stone. That's really cool, and you can turn them both off and everything like that. You do have the glow light settings in their own kind of sub-menu, or you can just use the quick access from the drop-down. They have a physical button here that allows you to go home anytime you want. Everything here is going to be new and recent in your library, so things that you've recently downloaded, things that you've recently read, and recently added. This is all going to be stuff that is internet-based because it is going to be recommended for you from the store down below. You have Library Store, what you are currently reading, Barnes & Noble Readouts, where you can read little editorials and stuff like that, and of course search through the store and the device storage. If we do go to the store, just to give you guys a little bit of an inside look as to what it looks like, you can add things to your wish list, look at the most kind of trending things on this little carousel, or more recommended for you stuff right there. You can go down to explore more lists, go over to categories, choose your genre, choose your flavor, and just basically download anything you want. Everything you can click on will give you a sample. So you can click on anything, and 100% of the time there will always be some sort of sample. Now, a lot of the times a sample would include like a preface and a table of contents, so once you go through the 6 pages of the sample, maybe you won't even really get into the meat of the book, but usually they're pretty good at least giving you a couple pages of something to read, so you're able to really get an idea. They do have things like books and newspapers, and more importantly, magazines. In fact, Barnes & Noble pushes a lot of magazines, and it's quite nice because what they do is they keep it kind of magazine magazine-esque when they need to be, like pictures like this, kind of midway photos, but then the rest of the time they reflow everything. So they go into kind of an article mode. So you click on something and you would get kind of a lead-in image, and then everything will be kind of like an ebook from there. So you'll see that nothing's getting in the way. There's no ad saying you need to buy this mountain bike for your summer vacation. It's really just the article itself. So it does give you a decent experience at really prioritizing the meat of the article and not all the pictures and everything that goes along with it. And they do this because it's an ebook reader. This isn't a magazine capable tablet, so they kind of have to find a middle ground between giving you the magazine experience but still allowing you to read it without any hindrance. You do have newspapers as well, which is really cool that they give you things like the Wall Street Journal and stuff. And again, they kind of prioritize that article mode where it's just the actual article, so there's no fluff. It's just all exactly what you want to see when you want to see it. You can turn pages with your finger, with tapping, and the physical page turn buttons on either side. And these are some nice physical page turn buttons. Not only are they very rewarding to press, they curl around the side, kind of like a thumbnail. So it's not just an actual bezel driven button. You can hold it very naturally in your hand, and whether you press down on it or press down on the side, it does interact either way, so it is quite a nice design. Now overall, the white bezel does do something a little different with your eyes, and it's kind of a divisive color choice for ebook reader manufacturers. Why that is because some people say when you have a white bezel, your eyes don't draw into the screen as much, thus giving you a bigger screen experience even though it's not. Some people say they don't like that there's no contrast between the screen and the lack of black because it's just basically two light colors blending into each other. It is a personal preference for some people, but for the most part, the screen hasn't changed, of course. It's the exact same screen. So for the most part, it is just a color change if you're not used to white color e-readers, because most of the industry just gives you black e-readers. Go with something like the Barnes & Noble Glowlight 4, not the pink edition, because this one is going to be a little bit different if you've never had a light colored e-reader before. The back is irrelevant, of course, because it's on the back and you never look at it. Not irrelevant that they've done it, just irrelevant to the reading experience because it doesn't get in the way. It's very nice to have a pink back. It's really nice that Barnes & Noble is giving you color choices, because when you have this on your tabletop, it just looks much better than the cookie cutter black slab that every single manufacturer makes. This does break the mold physically because it's a different color mold, and it most definitely does give you a little bit of pop of color, and it just appeals to more people that maybe want something outside of just a black e-reader. So overall, the Nook Glowlight 4 Pink Edition has nothing to do with the internals. It doesn't bring any additional features, but it is a breath of fresh air. They give you a color option. They appeal to more demographics that maybe want something a little bit more feminine, something lighter, something less extreme and dark. Really brightens up your room to have this in your vicinity of your living room, on a coffee table. It just brings a different little bit of flavor to their lineup and their ever-expanding lineup, as they have released more e-readers in the past year than they have in quite some time. For GoodyReader.com and an overview of the limited edition Pearl Pink Nook Glowlight 4, this is Peter.